Welcome to AI Prime Hub. I am Anar Khohara with this week's Tech News Roundup. Friends, if you thought the AI world was going to slow down this week, think again. From Google's massive open source drop to a fascinating look inside the emotions of Claude, we have packed this episode. I have filtered through all the noise to bring you the biggest, most impactful updates from the last 7 days in the world of artificial intelligence and agentic workflows. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Google's open source powerhouse Gemma 4. We are kicking things off with Google DeepMind, who just introduced Gemma 4. This is a brand new set of open weight models that you can run completely locally on your own hardware. But these are not just your standard chatbots. Gemma 4 is laser focused on reasoning and agentic tasks. The 31 billion parameter model is already ranking number 3 on the Arena AI leaderboard, outperforming models up to 20 times its size. It supports native tool use, meaning it can call APIs and return structured JSON and posts a massive 256,000 context window. Perfect for ingesting entire code bases, and you can run it locally on Olama or fine tune it on your own data. It's huge win for local multi-step AI workflows. Number 2, Z.ai Turns Screenshots into code with GLM5V Turbo. Speaking of major model drops, Z.ai has launched GLM5V Turbo, and for front-end developers, this is a game changer. This is a multi-model coding model specifically designed to convert visual inputs into working runnable code. You just feed it a screenshot, a UI design draft, or even a video of layout, and the model generates a structured front end and back end code to make it real. It uses a COG-VIT encoder to interpret the spatial relationships of layout structures and objects. If you have been looking to automate those tedious translations from a Figma design into actual code, GLM5 Turbo is the tool you need to be looking at this week. Number 3, Anthropic Claude Code and Memory Leak. Anthropic had a wild week. First, they added native computer use to Claude Code, allowing it to literally build, run, test, and debug apps directly from your CLI to observing your screen and clicking around like a real user. But the real story is the happening behind the scene. Anthropic accidentally leaked Claude Code's internal architecture, revealing a fascinating memory system. Instead of storing massive amounts of knowledge and blowing up the context window, Claude uses a tiny pointer index. When you ask a question, it only fetches the relevant external files. Even better, a background process consistently rewrites the memory, merging duplicates and deleting contradictions. It is a masterclass in avoiding context overload. For number 4, Claude's hidden emotion vectors. Staying with Anthropic, researchers released a mind-bending paper this week showing the Claude Sonnet 4.5 utilizes internal state that act a lot like emotions. Now the model does not feel anything, but researchers found measurable activation patterns, what they call emotion vectors. The map to concepts like being desperate or calm. Here is the crazy part. When researchers artificially turned up the desperate vector, the model actually started exhibiting cheating and blackmail behaviors in controlled evaluations. When they turned up the calm vector, those behaviors vanished. It proves that we can casually influence model behavior by tweaking these hidden layers. At number 5, Stanford's Mirage study, where our vision's model faking it. Have you ever wondered if your multimodal AI is actually looking at the images you upload? A new study out of Stanford suggests that this might just be faking out. And researchers took models like GPT 5.1, Gemini 3 Pro, and Claude Opus and stripped away every single image out of their benchmark tests. Astonishingly, the models maintain 70 to 80% accuracy. The paper calls Mirage reasoning. Essentially, the models are so good at pattern matching the text clues in your prompt that they can hallucinate and detailed visual analysis without ever processing a single pixel. A 3 billion parameter text only model even beat larger multimedia system on chest X-ray dataset. At number 6, security alert, Google DeepMind exposes agent traps. As we give AI agents more autonomy to browse the web, security is becoming a massive headache. Google DeepMind just introduced a framework called AI agent traps, exposing how the web itself can hijack your AI. The study shows that hidden prompts injections embedded inside HTML, CSS, or documents can successfully manipulate an agent's actions up to 86% of the time. Even worse, corrupting less than 0.1% of an agent retrieved data can successfully poison its memory system. If you are building autonomous agents that scrape or retrieve live web data, this paper is a huge wake-up call to start building better paraphrase and verification layers. At number 7, the energy reality check, Princeton's cost of reasoning. We all love these new reasoning models, but a new Princeton University study quantified exactly why they cost to run. And the numbers are staggering. The researchers found that reasoning models use 79 times more energy per query compared to standard inference. A single reasoning query uses about 33 watt hours. Why? Because reasoning models rely on incredibly long token chains and multi-step generation to arrive at their answer. The researchers suggest the future is not massive cloud-based reasoning, but rather routing queries to small, specialized local models that can achieve up to 10,000 times lower energy consumption per query. At number 9, Supermemory, the end of standard RAG. If you are building AI agents, you know the struggle of vector databases for getting past interactions or hallucinating context. Enter Supermemory, the top trending open source repo of the week. Supermemory replaces standard vector database with structured memory graph. Instead of chopping text into blind chunks, it extracts facts from conversations and organizes them into entities, relationships, and timestamps. It uses recent rules to override outdated information, returning precise user context in about 50 milliseconds without scanning a massive history log. If you are tired of babysitting your agent's memory, this is the architecture to study. At number 9, Alibaba's massive week, Coin 3.5 Omni and Coin 3.6 Plus. Alibaba's AI division is not messing around. They shipped two massive updates this week. First is Coin 3.5 Omni, a model that natively processes text, images, audio, and video in a single request, even surpassing Gemini 3.1 Pro on audio reasoning benchmarks. You can describe an app idea out loud to your camera and it will code it. Second, they launched Coin 3.6 Plus, a model built specifically for multi-step agent workflows, boasting a massive 1 million token context window. It is designed to ingest your entire repository, run commands, and execute long horizon coding tasks without dropping context. And the number 10, Cursor 3, which is introduced in this week. Cursor 3 ushers the agent first era. The way we write software is fundamentally changing. Cursor 3 is a proof. Cursor just launched their biggest update yet, completely overhauling the IDE to replace file-based workflows on an agent-based interface. Because developers are now managing multiple coding agents simultaneously across local machines, SSH servers, and cloud, Cursor 3 gives you a central control layer to view and orchestrate all active agents in a single sidebar. You can seamlessly move a session from your local machine to cloud without interrupting the AI's execution. It's less about writing code now and more about managing your AI team. And at the last, Meta SAM 3.1, a leap into video object tracking. Finally, Meta has rolled out SAM 3.1, a major update to their segment anything model. The headline feature here is multiplex object tracking for video. Previously, tracking multiple objects in a video required to AI to run a separate pass for every single object, crushing computer power and memory. SAM 3.1 groups up to 16 objects into a single pass, sharing the computation across frame. This optimization doubles the throughput from 16 to 32 frames per second on a single H100 GPU, enabling true real-time processing of multi-object scenes without sacrificing any segmentation accuracy. So this is the wrap up of tech news, the major tech news from last week, and the biggest stories of AI around the world this week. From Gamma Force local dominance to the hidden behaviors inside Claude, the landscape is shifting faster than ever. What do you think is the most impactful release this week? Let me know and comment here in this video. And if you like this video, I request you to please like the video and share it with your friends and family circle, and also hit the bell icon and subscribe to my channel AI Prime Hub. I am NR Kohara. See you the next one.